Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today, as per popular vote, we have decided to do a La Liga rebuild where we'll do 5 seasons with a club, and I've picked the perfect team to do a rebuild round, if I do say so myself. As you can see, we are Real Sociedad in the 24-25 season. So yes, we're going to be starting a year in advance with a new database where it has the up-to-date transfers inside of the league as well. As you can see, this season it shows that Real Sociedad finished in 12th position. So yes, we've got a big rebuild on our hands, especially with only £9 million in the transfer budget. So let's do some transfers for the summer. Let's see if we can really build this squad into something a little bit special. Don't forget, if you're new around here as well, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel to keep up to date of when this series comes out. Okay, so looking into the main squad, as you can see, we've got a couple of alright players. I want to say this squad's a decent enough squad. It needs a bit of TLC, and we're going to do that as well. We've got a few players in here that are young of age, and a few players in here that's really starting to get on. The big one for me is Umar Sadiq. This striker here, I think he's absolutely fantastic for that advanced forward role that we're going to have here at Real Sociedad, especially with the fact that they don't really have an out-and-out striker. Um, we've got Orzabal here, who's a fantastic player, but to be a striker, I don't think he is that player. So definitely going to bring in a striker like Omar Sadiq, who would be fantastic up front for us this season. Obviously, a few of our players who are in the club so far have got some interest showing around them. So the likes of Mendes here, there's some options to potentially sell him to Saudi Arabia. There's a couple of other players that we can obviously look to move on in the summer. So we'll see what happens in the summer. We'll bring you back at the end of the transfer window, and we'll hopefully see if we can get some fantastic players signed for this team. The big one to tell you about as well, though, is the actual tactic we're going for this season. As you can see, very, very tactic. So we've got the advance forward and attacking. Oh, so perfect little formation. We're going very attacking this season. As you can see, we've got the advance forward, the attacking midfielder on that attack role, two inside forwards, two defensive midfielders on the support roles, two attacking wing backs, and also you've got them centre defensive centre backs as well. So the ball playing centre backs as well, with the sweeper keeper in behind. So we're looking to do short passing, low crossing, run at defence, focus down the left, focus down the right. In transition, we're going to roll it out, distribute quickly, counter press. We're going to have out of possession, much higher defensive line, high press, much more often as well. Prevent short keeper distribution as well. So yes, if I was to pick the team without any sort of restrictions right now, this is how the team would look. So yes, very happy with that so far as well. And if I'm honest, the two centre defensive midfielders that we've got in this guy here, fantastic player here, Martin. I feel like he's going to be a really big clinical point when it comes to the centre defensive midfielder spot for us. As you can see, stats are perfect for that role, and he had a fantastic season last year. So we can only hope that we can see better things for him this season, especially with Igno, Igo, sorry, not Igno, Igo, um, another centre defensive midfielder here. Fantastic stats around him as well. Really can look to utilise these two at centre defensive midfield as well this season. So yes, let's get to the end of the transfer window and let's see how things shape up come the end of this window. So it's the end of transfer deadline day, and as you can see, we've had a really good start of the season, and we're currently top of the La Liga table. As you can see by the results, we've been fantastic. So starting off with Osasuna straight away from home, 5-2 victory there. Azabal scoring 2 goals in that game. Fantastic to see Calvin Phillips as well getting involved in there as well. One of the new signings that we have got, which we'll get into very shortly. Atletico Madrid went and beat them 5-0 at home, which is a fantastic result, as you can see. We've played fantastic starting in this season, and it's really good to see from the team. 21 shots at goal there as well. 4-1 win against Genoa. Genoa. Um, we absolutely destroyed them, as you can see by the stats as well. Looking fantastic. And Andre Silva was a player that turned us down that I did try and get in the start of the window as well. So shame to see him leave, but he obviously made the wrong choice by the looks of that result. Real Betis, we came up against them, beat them 4-0 away from home. Sadiq obviously proven to be the chosen one for the striker position, coming back from his loan as well. So, anyway, getting into the sort of league position, as you can see, sat top of the league with 12 points. Madrid falling behind us with 3 points with the game in hand, obviously. Transfer wise, we did a little bit of transfers, as you can see. We spent £20 million, so we brought in Calvin Phillips on a free transfer, which I thought was a fantastic capture myself as that ball sort of centre defensive midfielder. Really good to see him. Hopefully, he can revive his career in the Spanish league. We also went and got Nicholas Held, a young goalkeeper. We got rid of our ex-goalkeeper now, and as you can see, Hells came in for £8 million from Rapid there, which is really good for him. Hopefully, it can be a really good clinical backup and hopefully take over the actual first team starter spot when it comes to needing him later on down the line. Then the big one, £12 million, Nelson Viber. Thought this was a no-brainer, really, at £12 million. A player that he hasn't really hit the ground running in the Bundesliga, but we do know how he can develop, and obviously him playing alongside a Sadiq can be really clinical coming towards the end of the season if you get some of that game time in as well. So yes, really solid transfer window from us. On the outgoings, I don't think we did anything really. There's nothing really here that we did, if I'm totally honest. So it will be sort of a shame to let anyone go. I don't think there's anybody that I want to sell. Mendes, he signed a new contract, which is fantastic from him. Manchester United were showing interest in him, but new contract for the 28-year-old winger, which is fantastic from him. Obviously, we've got a few players in here that I've tried to shift on. It just didn't happen. But overall, I'm really, really happy with how the start of this season has gone so far. We did try and get a centre back, but it just wasn't to be for this transfer window. So hopefully we've done the right choices in the right players that we've signed, and hopefully we can come off with a fantastic season at the end of this one as well. So yes, don't forget, leave a like on this video, and let's get to the end of the season number 1 with Real Sociedad. Welcome back to the end of the season, and as you can see, a solid third position in the league, which is absolutely fantastic. And Umar Sadiq, 26 goals so far, just trailing behind the likes of Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. So fantastic season from him. So let's have a little look at the schedule and how we got on so far in the league. So from where we left off, we were talking about the start of the season, just after around September. Drew against Cadiz, Mallorca, 3-1, lost against them, which is a bit poor. Then we started to pick up a nice run of form, beating the likes of Villarreal 6-0, losing against Alvarez. There's a couple of really interesting defeats there, like the likes of Tenerife. Lost against Madrid. Did really well. We managed to actually get through two, by the looks of it, a semi-final, which we beat Barcelona in the first leg 2-0, but then got beat 5-2 away from home, which was a bit of a shame. But then we managed to lose 4-0 against Villarreal as well, which is a bit of a slip-up as well. Then went through a bad patch of form in sort of April time, as you can see, losing against Barcelona 3-1, and then losing against Cadiz again 2-0. So these little results really letting us down. In regards to where we are in the league as well. So, bit of a shame when you see that. But overall, I'm really happy with how we sort of were this season, other than the few letdown results that we have had. So, as you can see, 8 defeats. And then the one thing that you can see is Real Madrid did an absolute fantastic season. No losses. 106 points, no losses. That is insane from Real Madrid. So hats off to them for doing that. But obviously, can you blame them like some Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, you name it? They've got some fantastic players in there. But little results like us getting beat against Tenerife. I mean, they've been relegated, which is it's crazy to actually see that we were getting beat off the likes of those as well. But as you can see, for the signings that we had this season, the likes of Calvin Phillips, how'd he get on? Fantastic season from him. It's centre defensive midfielder. Um, we've also got Held. Did he play many games at all? Looks like he's had 3 appearances, which he did, I'm guessing, in the Cups, which is fair enough. Got a couple of unhappy players. That's just because I want new contracts, as you can see. Once new contract to affect his ability. He's the standout player for us. Good little season from him, but not fantastic. Um, what else we got? Oh yes, we've also got Nelson Viper, who's currently injured at the moment. Nelson Viper currently injured at the moment. 21 years of age, fractured toe. Played 7 games for us last year, so not a lot of game time at all for him. But hopefully we can give him a bit better game time next season. But Umar Sadiq, wow, just a fantastic season from him. 26 goals and 35 appearances with 5 assists, 7.25 average rating, which is really good as well. But as you can see, stats are looking really healthy from this lad that's just come back off a loan from Valencia as well. So after only getting 7 goals for Valencia, um, really happy. How is the board backing us next season? So finances, £31 million. So we've got a little bit of money to work with for next season. Projection wise, it's probably only going to increase as well, depending on how much we spend over that period of time as well. But yes, really good first season under Real Sociedad, if I do say so myself. Third position, and there was times where we sat around at second for a lot of the season as well until we had a few of those upset results. As you can see, tactic wise, we stayed with a really attacking, high pressing sort of style tactic, and I think we can only build on this one. As you know from my rebuilds, I do like sticking with tactics, but we'll see what comes of next season, and we'll see how we recruit in the summer. But yes, if you did enjoy this episode, don't forget, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for episode 2, which will be coming out in the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. And thank you so much for tuning in. Take care for now, and I'll see you next time.